In the evening, Jesus and his mother sat alone, and Jesus said, "The rabbi seems to think that God is partial in his treatment of the sons of men, that Jews are favored and are blessed above all other men. I do not see how God can have his favorites and be just. Are not Samaritans and Greeks and Romans just as much the children of the Holy One as are the Jews? I think the Jews have built a wall about themselves, and they see nothing on the other side of it. They do not know that flowers are blooming over there, that sowing times and reaping times belong to anybody but the Jews. It surely would be well if we would break these barriers down so that the Jews might see that God has other children that are just as greatly blessed. I want to go from Jewry land and meet my kin in other countries of my fatherland." Chapter 17. Dang, Jesus. At 17 was already seeing that at that time, because in the New Testament, we see Jesus getting mad at the Pharisees, and those were the Jewish priests and those that were holding on to the Jewish prophecies and all of that at that time. He was very angry with them. Like, his battle as part of his ministry was against the Pharisees and their teachings. And for him to already see at age 7 that what they were teaching was very limited to only the Jewish people and not expanding God's love to all people was always a big part of his message in the New Testament of the King James Bible. He was very much showing people that, or his embodiment was supposed to be good news that Jesus and God were there not just for the Jewish people, but for the Gentiles, and which was everybody outside of that. And even here he says he wants to go out and meet those other people and not be confined to just only those that he knows and those that he is familiar with, but to go out and meet the world, all those that are different. And this is very, very profound and very, very revolutionary at that time, because the Jewish people believed they were the only ones that were meant to be saved. And Jesus was like, "Nah, that's not what I'm here to tell you." So I love that. He always kind of knew what his purpose was, even as a child. And it all came from just being curious and asking questions and receiving his intuitive wisdom without resistance, and just being able to share that with anybody.